iconic building, and it's, you know, it has quite a reputation, almost a story of its own that has a, you know, a place in the psychology of Greater Johannesburg. Everybody knows about it, and it used to have a reputation of being a very dodgy place associated with crime, drugs, stories of suicides in that center. And now it's it's revitalizing, it's changing. I think the perception is still there, that it's really this sort of icon of decay.
Yeah, it's like we came here like 90, that was 90 something, 92. So we stayed here until we started staying there in Hillbrow, then we came here, then we stayed here. So now it's like 5 years here. We are like 7. Then I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest brother. I'm staying with my mother, my stepfather, and the other kids.
There are families, there are students, and people who work properly. If you're working, we want to stay at a certain place which is a little bit cold. Ponte is that kind of a place which is there's no noise. People who live there, they are civilized and all that kind of stuff.
It's good at the same time, it's scary, but I used to it, you see. I'm not scared, but it's good here.
You see, this is the interesting thing with Ponte, is it really was the icon of decadence. It was these flats that you're seeing now used to be 3-story flats, the jacuzzi on the top floor, like the premier location in the city. If you're staying here, you're making a hell of a lot of cash. And very quickly, turn of democracy, or probably a little bit before that, it became a hovel. I mean, you know, there's 3 stories of trash in that core, and the property values just plummeted.
Safety, huh? You can talk about safety, but it's not that safe. Talking about the windows, like, you see, I think it was February, like a small kid, a 7-year-old. We were like chatting, like standing there, and then like the child was like standing like at the window like this. So they were like chatting, then the window just went off, then the child went out, just like that.
From something that was really, you know, an icon of wealth exuberance, became an icon of, you know, disgust, associated with crime, filth, all of the bad things that came with democracy. There was a sort of general exodus from Joburg, the city centre, and the surrounding areas here, Hillbrow, Berea. This was also quite trendy, Lani residential area. Very quickly, white guys left, black guys moved in. It was a rampant, rapid change.
A lot of people, yeah. But then, I think around 50, 51, 52, there's so many few people there. People are few, they like only, and the designs of the rooms, they're very classic.
And there were investors that came just prior to the financial crisis, so 2007, put in a lot of money, and at that point they'd evicted everybody from the building to redo it. But those guys left with the financial crisis, so then there were probably two-year limbo here, I'd imagine. And then eventually the managers, the owners, Kempston came, they had a look at this building, which I think they hadn't really bothered with. I mean, that they're a big company, and this was just part of their balance sheet, a negligible asset. But they came and decided to actually put some care into the building, take care of it, or manage it properly.
Now it's getting attractive. Everybody wants to come and stay here. As you can see, downstairs there are some renovations going on, some shops. There gonna be some shops, laundry over there. You know what I'm saying, man? It's a cool place. It's getting nice every day. They renovate things. It's getting nice. So interesting.
Mixed, black and white, but then population is black. Only few guys of white. I've seen like maybe 6, and they live day up at the last floor, 52.
Because I mean, we're getting a fantastic deal, and I mean, I don't know what sort of rates of inflation they're going to put on these the rentals here. But I mean, look, speaking to the guys, you don't get the impression that they're trying to get everybody out and turn it into an upper class place. They just want it to be a decent building. And I think for the most part, the guys that are staying here, the guys that like it, will be able to stay here for a while. The security here, I mean, it was probably born out of necessity. They had to clean this place out, but it's remained very stringent, almost like boarding house rules. So, yeah, you know, you bring somebody around in the evening, you've got to pay, and it's hard to get guests in. And from that side of things, you feel that, I mean, it detracts from like the homely sense of it. You know, the longer you stay here, the better the relationships you develop with the security. You know, obviously because it has this reputation, the sort of more conventionally minded people take a lot of convincing. They think it's a ridiculous idea to move here, and often, I mean, at times it's impossible to break that thinking. But generally, when people come around, they have a look, and they get jealous.
It's a very beautiful place. It's so quiet, yeah. It's out of Hillbrow, you see. Hillbrow now is population, you see. That's the problem. But here it's quiet.
If this landlord which I'm staying with is not gonna increase the rent, I'm gonna stay here for a long time. But if he keep on increases rent, I'm gonna move out.
I can't see myself moving. I mean, where do you go after this?